Hi, hello, namaskar everyone. Welcome to Dhvani, which means sound in Hindi. We bring to you resonating sounds created by the actions of women innovators, leaders, experts, and entrepreneurs who are making a difference in their and others' lives. We share their stories to inspire and empower other women. Dhvani is an initiative of Innoberry which is offering a platform for the women to voice their thoughts, struggles, challenges, achievements, highs and lows, and the journey that they have undertaken. I am Pooja Bhatia, a tech transfer, patent licensing, and intellectual property professional, and now your host for this show. Let's inspire and get inspired. Hi, hello, namaskar everyone. Welcome to the third episode of Dhvani. These episodes are part of the first series of Dhvani, focusing on the women entrepreneurs working in the field of intellectual property rights in India. Today, I will be talking to you about another very essential form of intellectual property rights and branding. I am sure you would have guessed it, which is trademark. Although the category is called as trademark, it also includes service mark, collective marks, for instance, egg mark, certification marks like ISO. While we all put in efforts to create an interesting trademark, but at the same time, we need to keep it in mind. It should be distinctive enough to distinguish your product or service from other brands. Moreover, distinctiveness ensures one is not infringing on anyone else's trademark. How do you ensure that you're not infringing or it is available to be protected or meets the criteria? Well, the IP professionals is the answer. Kawita Kanoje is an IP professional with extensive experience in intellectual property rights. She has worked as a patent analyst, a women scientist, and knowledge service provider at CSIR UTIP. By education, she is a pharma postgraduate with specialization in pharmaceutics. She is proficient in understanding inventions, developing robust strategies, interpreting results and data, providing the right legal opinion, and patent drafting. Kavita co-founded Path2IP with my earlier speaker, Ms. Nidhi Agarwal, with the mission and vision of creating IP awareness and providing quality IP services. Welcome, Kavita. Thank you for joining us for the third episode of Dhvani. I would ask you the same question that I asked Nidhi. Why did you decide to get into IP entrepreneurship?
Thank you, Pooja, for having me and asking this question. Yeah, I was working as a IP practitioner, IP professional in one of the esteemed organizations, that is CSIR UDIP, for more than 8 years. And there I was working as a patent analyst and providing services in the areas of analysis and training, IP training to the juniors. And but I was very much keen to get involved in other aspects of IP to play role other than just being an analyst or a researcher or a trainer. So I decided to take IP entrepreneurship so that I can explore other horizons of IP, which includes IP prosecution for patents, trademarks, industrial designs, then portfolio management. Along with that, as an IP trainer at the academic as well as the corporate level. It is also, I was very much keen to do IP valuation and competitive intelligence type of searches. So that's why I decided to get into this field as an entrepreneur.
That is really wonderful, Kavita. IP is definitely intriguing. The more you get to know about it, the more you wish to learn and work in other areas. I have worked in this field for last 16 years, but I still learn a new thing every day. Kavita, do you have any kids?
Yes, I am blessed mother of two boys. One is 17 years old and the other one is 12 years old. And as I was working since a long time, being their childhood time, so they are very much aware of time management. And as I'm a working mother, so they do understand how to keep a balance and support me in the maximum possible way they can. And I also try to give my maximum attention to their academics as well as their extracurricular activities. So and but I'm blessed that they try to manage all these things on their own very efficiently.
Kavita, then I must definitely congratulate you for bringing them up well. And I may seek some tips from you. I have a 2-year-old, 3-month kid, and I still have the time to reach where you are, but I'm sure you would have a lot of tips for me. And I have been always told that, once the child becomes 5 year, things are more manageable. But I don't know if it is true or just a sweet candy for me, to keep on working on it.
Yeah,
So,
indeed. Yeah. After five, it's more manageable. Yeah.
okay. So I look forward to it. I still have 3 more years till 5.
Yeah.
Though I understand, Kavita, that your hands are full. You are a mother, you are an entrepreneur, and you are simultaneously doing many other stuff. So, but are you involved in any community related activities?
Yeah, I'm not very much involved, but still I try to give my maximum to society by getting associated with certain neighborhood associations which deal with some donations or the charity drives for certain social cause related activities.
That is nice, Kavita, because I believe even such activities break the monotony of work. You get a chance to go out and meet other people and connect with them. So, besides your son, 2 sons, what else is the source of motivation for you?
Indeed, my husband, Vijay, he's a greatest source of motivation for me because he's the one he introduced IP as a career for me after a maternity break for 2.5 years for after my second child. So he was the one who introduced IP to me. He motivated me to have a career in this field. So, and along with that, all the people who are filled with positivity. So I take motivation from all people who surround me. They are having a positive attitude towards life. Yeah.
Kavita, you yourself are full of positivity, and I'm sure you must be a source of motivation for someone else. So, or maybe, many more women who would be watching this episode would get the inspiration from you. So, so always stay positive.
Yeah. Thank you.
Kavita, what are your plans for the next 5 years on a personal and a professional level?
On both the fronts, I would like to give my maximum, and along and after giving my maximum, I would just expect success as well as sense of satisfaction for me in both areas.
Yeah, both of them are success and satisfaction, I would say, are connected, just like professional and personal front.
Yeah.
So, you have been working in this field for last 8 years. So, what are your thoughts on the Indian innovation ecosystem? Do you see a change? What was there 8 years before and now?
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of change since last, I would say, 4 5 years. Means when I started, it was there, IP awareness was there, Indian ecosystem was there, but they're at place with all the rules, regulations, and all the other facilities for the people to avail. However, since last 5 years, the IP awareness has been very much evolved because they have been promoted by the government and other IP associations. Innovation centers are there who are promoting innovations in all areas, and IP professionals are there which provide for providing services and several roles for the people who want to protect their IP, have to create or generate new IPs. So indeed, in last 5 years, it has evolved at a very rapid pace.
It's a, let's just talk about the state of Maharashtra. So, there is a great disparity among the different places in Maharashtra. when you look at Mumbai or if you look at Pune, these are still the
Yes.
hotspots for entrepreneurship. Are
Yes.
there any other emerging areas uh, for entrepreneurship and innovation?
Yeah, other than Pune and Mumbai, you are saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So nowadays, as people are getting more and more aware about the IP facilities that they can avail with the support of government and with other IP firms, the IP facilitators that are there, there are innovations taking place, and people are getting more and more active. As I am from Nagpur, so I have seen people who are very
Orange
much
Burfi.
involved, and yeah, orange burfi. So there also people are very much aware about all these things, and as we are also providing IP awareness sessions. So I have seen people from Nasik, from Nagpur, where I have given trainings. Even in Rajasthan, we have provided such online awareness sessions. So I could see that many people are now getting interested and inclined towards the protection of IP for their as well as for the national purpose, growth of the nation, and yeah.
So, Kavita, for you, I'm sure being a Marathi, it's easy to connect. So when you give your sessions and all, or you connect with people, how frequently would you use Marathi to explain IP? I'm curious about that.
Yeah. Actually, means language should not be a barrier for in explaining anything, because as we know that English is foreign language for us. So
True.
everyone in India would not be comfortable in understanding any new thing in English. So we do try to make them more comfortable when they ask us something. We get to know that okay, they are not feeling comfortable with the words that we are using, so the technical words that we use in English. So we try to simplify it in Marathi as well as in Hindi to make them more comfortable and understand it in a more better manner, so that they can avail the possibilities of exploring their areas for commercialization.
So the comfort of the client is the thing that
Yes,
is the focus of the company, which is a good
sure.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for you have completed your 1 year on July 22nd. So what has been your learning for the past 1 year after
Yeah.
starting up? What have you learned
Yes.
as an entrepreneur, as a founder?
Yeah. As an entrepreneur, it's a challenging thing. First thing is you have to build the clientele, because whenever you are in a particular organization, you get to have the projects and assignments on their own, as there are means system is there for getting this projects and other things. But when you are a founder, when you are working as an entrepreneur, you have to target certain people, you have to target certain areas, certain technologies where you can explore further, where you can give your best to the customer, so that he can get the best services and he can evolve and commercialize in a best possible manner. So clientele building is a very important thing in that we have learned, and still we are doing that. And also along with that, teamwork is very much important, how we can handle a team, and along with management of time, and with the customer centric approaches, with the need of satisfying all the needs of the customers. So that is a very important thing that we have to manage. And we have to take certain decisions in a very calculative manner to avoid any risk, although risks are always involved, but we have to be very much accountable for all those things. And this way we are still in the process of learning after 1 year, because learning never stops. Yeah.
Yes, then like we had discussed with Dindi, she was pointing out that you need to know a lot, not just your own area. You need to learn and get
Yeah.
adapted to working in different sectors, and then also learn how to manage the team,
Yeah.
administration work, finances. So
Yeah.
so there is a lot of learning process in starting up. That is what was the gist of our conversation, and that
Yeah.
what I think echoes with what you were also saying, that you had to manage and learn how to get the clientele. um, Looking at the current scenario, there are a lot of IP service providers, so there is
Yes.
competition. So how do you see yourself for next 5 years in terms of competition? how do you think that, you can beat them?
Yeah, competition is there in every field. So in IP also there is a huge competition. So many players are there. So many IP firms are there who are working in this area. But as what I see is we have to focus on our forte, our expertise. So based on that, every IP firm will be having their own expertise and the best that they can give. So similarly, if we have a focused approach to explore whatever best we can give, so we can beat that competition and we can make our own place in this whole market, IP firms.
Since both you and Nidhi are from pharma background, so is the focus area for the company just pharma related inventions, or do you work with all domains?
No, no, it's not restricted to pharma, because being means as we know that patents and other forms of IP, trademark, patent, and the industrial design and others. So they could be applied to diverse areas, diverse technology domains. So along with pharma, we work on hardcore chemistry projects like synthesis and catalysis and all those things. We do work on energy production. We do work on, say, laser technologies, ultrasound, and engineering technologies as well, wherein very means what we can say, the hardware and software devices are there. We have even worked on the software related projects, AI and machine learning projects also we have conducted, and health related devices, all those things. So and it's really very much fascinating, very much interesting to know, and we are both are very eager to explore different technologies, so that we will explore that technologies, we learn from that, and from our learning we would give the best to the client with our IP expertise.
That is wonderful, Kavita. So I would say, other than learning all other stuff of starting up, you are also learning the technical stuff every day.
Yes, yeah, indeed.
Kavita, what would you give one advice or one tip for any women entrepreneur who wants to start into IP now, after
Mhm.
being after working in this space as a founder for 1 year? What is one tip or one advice that you would like to give to any entrepreneur?
I would like to say, be very much proactive, be very much attentive, and always ready to learn and accept challenges, and try to provide your best solutions for that. That is
Great,
the one thing. Yeah.
great.
Learning is the key of success.
Yes, and the more you learn, the more you can
Yeah,
experiment and more you can implement even in your day-to-day life.
yeah, that's true.
Thank you so much, Kavita, for sharing your story and the learnings. Congratulations once again for completing 1 year. And I hope many girls and women get motivated by your story. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, my dear friends, for joining us for this episode. More and many more inspirational stories are coming up. So please subscribe, follow Dhvani, and stay tuned. Bye bye. See you soon.
Thank you, Pooja. Yeah, bye.